You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Coming up, a shooting near a popular Pennsylvania amusement park, why police say they are not releasing the victim's name.
Plus, caught on camera, we're going to tell you what led to this dramatic car chase in South Carolina and what caused it to all come to a screeching halt.
And more deaths overnight out west. We'll tell you about the latest firefighter who lost his life due to those massive California wildfires. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Good morning. It is Monday, July the 30th, winding down the month. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. It feels good to have the whole gang back together today.
Right.
Welcome back, Ray, and of course, John Scalzi.
It is. It's fun to see everybody again this morning. We're looking at some scattered showers along the coastline as well. So the warm and muggy trend kind of continues here on the Suncoast. Anywhere really from Venice up through Osprey, Inglewood actually up through Osprey. You have a chance at seeing some scattered showers right along the immediate coastline. Light stuff for the most part, but you can't rule out an isolated pop of lightning as well. We do have a line of lightning storms that have over the last 15 minutes kind of been producing a little bit of lightning pops, mostly out in Gulf waters around the Inglewood and Osprey area. And then a little bit further offshore from Upper Longboat Key up toward Longboat Key and off into areas of Anna Maria. These are about 15 to 20 miles offshore, though. For today, you can expect to see these temperatures, which are generally hovering in the mid to upper 70s, get close to the 90-degree mark. Complete forecast for you in a few.
All right. Thank you, John. Some breaking news and traffic. You'll notice now on the maps that there is a complete line of purple on 75 northbound. A fatal accident around Kings Highway is backing up traffic. I-75 northbound is blocked between exits 170 and 179 and growing. Cars being diverted toward US 41. So if you're heading northbound on 75 from, say, Charlotte County, be aware of this. We'll keep you posted on details as the Florida Highway Patrol releases them to the media.
Our top story at 6, the latest in that deadly shooting near a Pennsylvania amusement park. New video shows a scene as officers opened fire on what appears to be an unarmed suspect. Take a look. Now, police responded to reports of a man allegedly threatening cars across from the amusement park. Now, you can see the suspect. He's standing by this patrol car. Officers yelling at him repeatedly to hit the ground. But when he doesn't, one of the officers opened fire. Now, that suspect later was pronounced dead at the hospital. This morning, police aren't saying if he was armed, and they're not releasing the name of the suspect or the officer involved in that shooting. The investigation is ongoing as crews comb through footage to figure out just what led up to that deadly incident. Happening today, the man accused of killing 5 at a Maryland newspaper last month makes his first court appearance today. A grand jury indicted 38-year-old Gerard Ramos on 23 charges back on July 20th. Now, as for a motive for that shooting, well, they think it might lead back to a column in the Capital Gazette that highlighted him back in 2011 after he pled guilty to harassing a woman. Now, Ramos later sued the paper for defamation. A judge threw that case out, and the ruling was upheld on appeal back in 2015. Now, Ramos has yet to enter a plea for today's hearing.
If you went to a Trader Joe's over the weekend, you might have noticed it. The staff wearing red hats or ribbons. Employees nationwide are honoring an employee killed during a standoff at one of its California locations about 9 days ago. A shooting happened at this Trader Joe's in Silver Lake, California. A gunman being pursued by police bailed out of a car and ran into the store. And 27-year-old Melita Corrado was struck by an officer's bullet during a gun battle.
I think it's a nice tribute. It was a very sad thing, unfortunately, but it's nice of them to pay tribute like that.
This morning, there is a large memorial with flowers and messages lining the sidewalk outside that grocery store. Customers moved by her death. They're comforting workers and stopping to leave messages on walls of love.
Caught on camera, incredible dash cam video out of South Carolina this morning that plays out like an action movie. Check this out. Now, after a moving violation earlier this month, a woman named Brittany Nicole Jeffords, she pulled into a parking lot, briefly stops for a minute. A passenger then hops out, gets a pat down, and is cuffed. But Jeffords has more gas in the tank, so she hit the gas with the deputies in hot pursuit. Windows were blown out. She swerved. She slid all over the road, avoiding the deputies. The ride finally ended when a cruiser swiped the back corner. They're right there. and of course sending her across a few lanes of traffic before rolling. Now she was eventually ejected from the vehicle, and she's still, oh look right there, that's how it all ends. Now she is still behind bars this morning. She's facing multiple charges related to that chase, as well as driving without a license.
Happening right now, Malaysia releasing a long-awaited report into the disappearance of a Malaysian Airlines 4 years ago. The investigation team is briefing families of those on board. This comes 4 years after the flight went missing. Several parts of debris from the plane have been found, but the whereabouts of the plane itself remain a mystery. We have heard moments ago the wires are reporting that they've not ruled out third-party interference in that situation.
That is right.
New developments out of California, where the death toll is rising with another firefighter losing his life.
ABC's Candace Gibson reports on the dramatic increase in the number of homes lost just overnight.
With new flames igniting and little relief in sight, the car fire near Redding, California is now spreading in every direction. The death toll rising overnight. Among the victims, Melody Bledsoe and 2 of her great-grandchildren. Relatives say her body was found draped over the children in a final effort to save them. Several other people are missing, and nearly 100,000 acres have burned. That's about the size of Philadelphia. At this hour, more than 600 homes have been destroyed. These photos showing the before and the grim after of one of those houses. Jerry Case returned to his childhood home, finding what's left of his mother's wedding ring and little else.
So a lot of memories.
Yeah, all the pictures, everything. It's gone.
More than 3,000 firefighters are on the front lines, even as some have lost everything themselves.
So that was a firefighter's house right there.
Yeah, a lot of firefighters lost their houses here.
One of those firefighters is Jason Campbell. His wife and their children escaped their home in the middle of the night, just moments before it burned down.
When we left, the electricity had already gone out, and so then it's just so dark. There's so much smoke, all you could just see was red, and it was hot wind with ash and leaves, and it just looked like it was right there.
Across the West, firefighters are up against 59 wildfires in 11 states, including the one that scorched more than 50,000 acres near Yosemite National Park. 2 firefighters were killed battling that blaze, including Captain Brian Hughes, who was struck by a falling tree while removing brush. Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
And take a look at this. Passengers on airplanes are also getting an up-close look at all the damage from those California wildfires. Those are not normal clouds. That's actually smoke from those fires that passengers are able to see. One passenger captured this footage of the smoke on a flight going from Sacramento to Seattle. Now, California, of course, has declared a state of emergency because of those wildfires. And for more on the latest breaking news all across the world, plus your first alert forecast right here on the Suncoast, just download our free ABC 7 app right there in the App Store.
Still ahead, President Trump threatening another government shutdown.
We'll tell you why the commander-in-chief is planning on holding out until Democrats come up with funding for his proposed border wall. We've got that story for you when we come back. But first,
here's a peek outside our window, and now it's time to talk to the man who was last seen on national TV in the audience of Good Morning America.
That was fun getting up that early in the morning to watch a morning show I didn't have to work on. Kind of neat. 20% chance of rain showers this morning as we have showers out in Gulf waters kind of drifting back to the coast. That goes up to 50% for inland areas later on today. I'll check the rain box for the drive time forecast. Chance of a sprinkle during the morning drive. That's true, especially the second half of the morning drive, but chance of thunderstorms as you come home later in the day. Your forecast coming up in a few.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically. And I don't know what we would have done without that.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $155 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Clogged pores are disgusting. Introducing DermaSuction, the easy way to suck that yuck out of your pores. DermaSuction removes blackheads and dirt from your pores. Just look at everything it extracts. The secret's the gentle vacuum action. Watch as DermaSuction extracts so much yuck, leaving your skin feeling clean and youthful.
The gunk that had been pulled out, I was pretty horrified, but better in the DermaSuction than on my face.
It's almost addictive because you can see all this stuff coming out of your skin that you don't even really know is there.
Call now to order your DermaSuction for just $19.99. We'll also include our small and large body probes, the Sonic Microdermabrasion probe, and the handy travel case, all absolutely free. Order now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. You can get all this, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-213-9301. That's 1-800-213-9301. Or visit dermasuction.com. So call 1-800-213-9301 now.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A 76-degree air temperature. We have a dew-point value coming in at 74. Big bright full moon giving way to a sunny sky, or at least a partly sunny sky, as we head into the morning hours along the coastline in places. In other places, you'll see the cloud cover begin to move in, as we do have a line of showers out in Gulf waters, gradually drifting closer to us, and that brings us about a 20% chance of rainfall during the morning hours near the coast. As we head into the afternoon, our rain chances will be going up 40% first by around lunchtime, up to 50% in the afternoon. But those showers will be building increasingly into inland areas as we head into the afternoon. Then as we get into the late afternoon and early evening, some of those inland showers will build back toward the coastline. So the rain shower line will kind of wag its tail over the state of Florida today. First near the coast, then inland, then a little bit back toward the coastline again as we head into the evening hour and the heating of the day goes away. So everyone gets a chance at seeing some rainfall. Right now, near the coastline, showers are beginning to build. Our futurecast shows as we head into the lunchtime hour, those showers tend to be building close to the coastline, east to the interstate, and some of them producing some fairly heavy rainfall. Could be a line of thunderstorms as well developing out in Gulf waters at that point, moving on shore. Then as we head into the later part of the afternoon, most of the activity is going to be in inland areas, and then that will tend to a few of the storms build back toward the coastline. And once again, as we head into the evening and then the daytime heating goes away and everything kind of winds down just a little bit. That's a pattern that we'll probably be able to repeat tomorrow as well. Watch out for the lightning, boaters. There's going to be some lightning pops out here in the Gulf waters through the morning hours, so pay attention to that, of course. And as I mentioned, anywhere from about Siesta Key down through Inglewood, a chance of a little bit of a sprinkle over the course of the next hour or so as those showers move on shore. A mix of sun and clouds, we'll call it, along the coastline before the clouds begin to thicken as everything begins to build in inland areas as our winds turn increasingly southwest. We have a big ridge of high pressure in the Atlantic, a trough of low pressure located to our north. That is a pattern that'll keep our winds out of the south and southwest, building the strongest storms into inland areas a little bit later in the afternoon, but favoring a morning shower near the coast as well during the early morning hours. So, good rain chances today. Storms are moving inland, And then lower rain chances this weekend, I think, as the moisture available for our showery activity, indicated here by orange, here redder is wetter. Humid air for the next several days promises us some pretty good rain shower chances, but then this drier air will tend to, by the end of the weekend, inch its way a little bit closer to us, and I think perhaps reduce our rain chances just a little bit to a more seasonable value as we head into the weekend. Right now, the tropics look good, nothing building over the next 5 days. 10 knot wind for boaters, but you'll be dodging those showers out there in the Gulf. Watch for that. Good rain chances today, tomorrow, the day after, coming in at about 50 or 60% each and every one of those days, with daytime highs warm near 90. Those rain showers will have basically the same pattern. A chance of showers near the coast in the morning, followed by inland showers in the afternoon, and a few showers drifting back to the coast in the evening. Then some drier air arrives, and hopefully by the weekend we'll reduce our rain chances just a little bit. But much needed rain here on the Suncoast. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. And as part of our traffic, we want to tell you about a major accident that's happened. We have a traffic backup right here. It's actually been shut down. I-75. The entire road has been blocked between exit 170 and 179. There was a fatal accident that's happened. It's a fatal crash that's shut down all of those lanes. I-75 near Toledo Blade Boulevard in Sarasota County. So that is causing a major backup as of there this morning. We'll have information as we get it into our newsroom. Everyone head over to the traffic maps from now. New details out of the nation's capital, where President Trump is back at the White House after a weekend in New Jersey, just days after threatening a government shutdown if Democrats don't agree on a funding bill for his border wall.
ABC's Stephanie Ramos reports from Washington.
President Trump is again threatening to shut down the government over immigration.
We're going to build a wall. It's going to be a great wall.
Tweeting over the weekend, I would be willing to shut down government if the Democrats do not give us the votes for border security, which includes the wall. Just last week, House Speaker Paul Ryan and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell met with the president at the White House to talk about government funding before that September 30th deadline.
Leader McConnell and I, like we always do, had a very productive meeting.
Both the House and Senate are working to secure the $5 billion the president has asked for border security. However, it's unlikely Senate Democrats will back that request in time.
We've gotten some wall funding already underway that is being funded, but I think it's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
When President Trump signed the $1.3 trillion spending bill last March to keep the government open, he told Congress he wouldn't do that again. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he likely won't have to.
Under both parties for a long time, we haven't passed the 12 annual bills that fund the government. So we end up at the end of the fiscal year with a great big omnibus bill. This year we had very good bipartisan cooperation.
This presidential threat to shut down the government comes just about 100 days from the midterm elections, where shutting down the government over money for his wall could hurt Republicans in their races.
I don't think it'd be helpful, so let's try and avoid it.
Sources tell ABC News some lawmakers on Capitol Hill were shocked and confused by the president's tweet about a shutdown over the wall. Since it was agreed last week, a vote on wall money would be delayed till after the midterm elections. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
Happening today, Robert Wilkie will be sworn in as your new Secretary of Veterans Affairs, and changes are expected to follow. According to several reports, he plans to reassign or drop several high-ranking political appointees. The Senate confirmed Wilkie last week by a vote of 86-9.
And an update now on civil rights icon and Georgia Congressman John Lewis, who was released from the hospital overnight. Now, a spokesman says that all the tests have been completed and Lewis has a clean bill of health after falling ill on an airplane. She also said he thanks everyone who shared their thoughts and concerns. Now, the 78-year-old has represented Georgia's 5th district since 1986.
Looking ahead, President Trump will hold a rally in Tampa tomorrow to build support for Florida's Republican candidates, especially Congressman Ron DeSantis, who is running for governor. The president will speak at 7 p.m. at the Florida State Fairgrounds Expo Hall. If you'd like to register for tickets, you can go to our website at mysuncoast.com. We'll also cover the event on the internet as well tomorrow night.
Jury selection in the trial of former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort is set to begin tomorrow. Prosecutors from special counsel Robert Mueller's office released a list of potential witnesses on Friday. Over 34 people were included on that list that the government may present in its case beginning this week against Manafort. He, of course, is charged with tax evasion and bank fraud and has pled not guilty to both of those charges.
New this morning, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg says she hopes to stay on the Supreme Court for at least 5 more years. She is now 85 years old, so by her timeline, she would leave the bench no earlier than at 90 years old. You can bet she's not going to step down while a Republican is in the White House.
Right.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, CBS's CEO on the defense this morning will tell you what he's accused of doing with co-workers.
And later, a suspicious death under investigation today in Sarasota. We're going to tell you what police are looking at today for clues after this. But first,
here's a peek outside our studios at our pretty sunrise developing there. Nice pastel sky. Should see a high of 90 today, but a 60% chance of rain. We'll have John's forecast and more news coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs. Join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley, and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
How do you open tough jar lids? Do you try this one? Or this one? Or how about this one?
Honey?
This is the future. Shouldn't there be a robot for this by now? There is. Introducing RoboTwist, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids. Just set it down, press the button, and watch it work. First, the RoboStrong vise locks down tight. Then the powerful twisting action unscrews the lid. RoboTwist is yours for the special introductory price of just $19.99. That's right, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids, all for just $19.99. Whether the jar is big or small, RoboTwist can open them all. Supplies are limited, so don't delay. Here's how to get yours today.
Call 1-800-347-1073. That's 1-800-347-1073. Or order online at buyrobotwist.com.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Here's a live shot of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. Busy place these days. Of course, the Senate confirmed a new VA secretary last week, Robert Wilkie, and he'll be sworn in today. Expect some changes there. There's a live shot of the Capitol. And now I want to show you how you can get a hold of us.
That's right. A reminder, we'd love to hear from you on Facebook or Twitter or also on our Instagram page. Make sure, if you've missed John Scalzi, make sure to check him out on Ray's page or my Facebook page. We both have his pictures from his appearance on Good Morning America.
Yeah, it was fun to watch John in the audience of Good Morning America Looks very happy to be there.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
6:23 right now.
6 women are accusing CBS chairman and CEO Les Moonves of decades of sexual misconduct, and the CBS board is just hours away from meeting to discuss whether he should step aside.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the head of CBS, Les Moonves, now facing allegations of inappropriate behavior, from unwanted kissing to sexual assault. The New Yorker magazine detailing allegations from 6 women, including Emmy-nominated actress and writer Ileana Douglas. Douglas telling journalist Ronan Farrow during a 1997 business meeting in his office, Moonves began violently kissing her, even pulling up her skirt. Douglas saying the physicality was horrendous. I couldn't get him off of me. Douglas adding she tried to talk her way out of the encounter, but afterwards was fired from her show and told by Moonves she'd never work at this network again. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll talk live with the writer who broke the story, Ronan Farrow. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Are unpredictable Crohn's symptoms following you everywhere? It's time to take back control with Stelara. For adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease, Stelara works differently. Studies showed relief and remission with dosing every 8 weeks.
Stelara may lower the ability of your immune system to fight infections and may increase your risk of infections and cancer. Some serious infections require hospitalization. Before treatment, get tested for tuberculosis. Before or during treatment, always tell your doctor if you think you have an infection or have flu-like symptoms or sores, have had cancer, or developed any new skin growths, or if anyone in your house needs or recently had a vaccine. Alert your doctor of new or worsening problems, including headaches, seizures, confusion, and vision problems. These may be signs of a rare, potentially fatal brain condition. Some serious allergic reactions can occur. Do not take Stelara if you are allergic to any of its ingredients.
Are you fed up with Crohn's symptoms following you? Talk to your doctor today and learn how Janssen can help you explore cost support options. Remission can start with Stelara.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new 2018 Jeep Wranglers. Or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Compass for just $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
You are watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up, what we know so far about a woman found dead in her Sarasota home over the weekend.
Plus, a major new road project now underway near I-75 and 275, how it could affect your commute in Manatee County.
And today is the deadline to register to vote in the August primaries. What you can do today to make sure that your voice is heard. We have those stories and your Monday forecast right now on Good Morning Suncoast. And good morning to you on this Monday morning. It is 6:30. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. Some major traffic news. That is next. First, let's get to the forecast from First Alert meteorologist John Scolson.
Well, we got some rainfall out there that could slow some of your commutes this morning as well. We've got some showers that are building along the Gulf waters and are now finally starting to move onshore just a little bit. Areas down to the south particularly, anywhere from Inglewood on up through really downtown Sarasota, are likely to see a little bit of light to moderate rainfall activity. And just off the coast of Longboat Key, stretching up through Holmes Beach into Anna Maria, some showers there as well. None of it terribly heavy, but still a pop or two of lightning not out of the question. We've had some lightning pops out in Gulf waters. So far, not a lot over land, but it certainly is possible to see that. Rain chances today will continue to rise as the showers move inland and a little heating of the day is thrown in. We'll get up to about a 50 to 60% chance of showers in mostly inland locations a little later on today. Your complete forecast in a sec.
All right, thank you, John. Checking some breaking news now in traffic. Look at our maps. This is I-75 down around Northport near the Charlotte County line. We're told there's been a fatal crash this morning, and there is the result on the map. You see that purple line indicates traffic at a standstill. So the cars that are close to the front of that crash probably cannot get out of there. You want to avoid this by taking 41 if possible. You'll also notice the southbound 75 lanes are also slow, not closed, but very slow, rubberneckers there. But quite a long stretch, 4-mile backup and counting, 75 northbound right now as you come out of Charlotte County and head up into Northport. So avoid it. Take 41 because southbound is also congested right now in that part of the Suncoast. Our other big story, a mysterious death in Newtown.
Police were called to a home on 17th Street yesterday afternoon where they found a woman's body. Our Marla Spence is here in studio with us for the latest on that investigation. Marla?
Hey, good morning, guys. This is video of the neighborhood where a woman was found dead inside a home on the 1600 block of 17th Street in Sarasota. Neighbors in that area say they've never seen police at that home until yesterday afternoon. Now, police responded to that house in North Sarasota around 4 yesterday afternoon. That's where they found a 35-year-old woman dead inside. The woman's identity has not been released to us at the time. So far, there are many questions surrounding the woman's death, like how long her body was inside the home before police arrived, how exactly did she die, and if there are any people connected to her death. We were out on scene after police were called yesterday afternoon. One neighbor says he was headed out his house when he saw several cops and a crime scene unit at the home. He says that was the first time he's ever seen any type of police presence at the house. So far, information is very limited in this investigation. If you know anything surrounding the woman's death, you are urged to call police. Once we learn more information, we will keep you updated with the latest. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Marla. Happening today, crews are now working on a major construction project on I-275 at 75 in northern Manatee County.
Workers are going to replace the ramp connecting 275 to the northbound lanes of 75. And as ABC7's Erica Jackson shows us, this project may both help and hurt some nearby businesses.
Well, thanks for stopping in, sport.
Corporate Ladder Brewing Company sits just a few feet away from the interstate. It's one of the first businesses to set up shop in this rapidly growing part of Manatee County.
We weren't scared to be the first to come to the area because we knew that we could bring people out.
Co-owner Blake Kleppe says the new brewery may struggle to attract customers farther north once crews begin replacing the I-75 northbound bridge deck from 275 southbound.
Hopefully it doesn't deter anyone that's coming from the north in St. Pete or Pinellas to come by.
The goal is to make it so that we're not having to close the
the lanes and the shoulders all the time to make these constant repairs to this older technology.
The Florida Department of Transportation says the only exit from St. Pete and Palmetto onto northbound I-75 will be closed for 10 months during improvements. The detour for drivers will be US 41 northbound onto East College Avenue in Ruskin, then back onto I-75 north. But drivers could also take US 41 northbound and turn right onto Moccasin Wallow Road, taking you right past Corporate Ladder Brewing.
No one likes traffic, but for a business, it's what we need.
So while drivers may groan, they could also see a part of Manatee County they otherwise wouldn't, helping some of its newest residents settle into their new home.
Reporting in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Erica. Crews will also be working on the 275 northbound ramp from 75 north for the next week, so expect nightly lane closures there from about 11 at night until 5 a.m. FDOT says this is where the last of the bridge deck of its kind is going to be replaced in the state, with construction expected to cost about $8 million for this one.
The city of Sarasota has installed some new artwork on that new roundabout at Ring Lane and Orange near the Federal Building in the downtown area. The artist, Jorge Blanco, calls this, drum roll please, bravo. Where is it?
Bravo.
All right.
Bravo.
Where's the video? 18 feet tall, $150,000. We gonna see it? The new roundabout opened in May. The city, there it is. It's a very dramatic showing.
That is. The clapping and now the video.
Right, yeah.
Nice way.
The city will eventually add lighting to this roundabout as well.
Well, today is the last day to register or change your party affiliation to vote before the state's primary elections. Now, Florida, of course, is a closed primary state. That means that you have to be a registered member of a party to vote in that party's races. Now, there are contested primary races for governor on both the Republican and Democratic sides. Voters will also pick nominees for Attorney General and Agriculture Commissioner. These August primaries could be crucial for shaping the November ballot that's coming up this year. Statewide voter turnout during the 2016 primary election was just 24%.
Tomorrow morning, Manatee County breaks ground on a new elementary school in Parrish. It'll be named in honor of local educator Barbara A. Harvey. 800 students will quickly fill the school. It opens in August of 2019 off Moccasin Wallow Road in Parrish.
Get ready to stock up. Florida's annual back-to-school sales tax holiday kicks off this Friday, August the 3rd, and then runs through Sunday. Now, that means no sales tax on clothes and shoes, up to $60 an item, and then also for certain school supplies, up to $15. Now, you can find a complete list of this year's eligible items online at mysuncoast.com. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, a man in Colorado is in isolation this morning over some concerns he may have contracted the Ebola virus.
We'll tell you what doctors are doing right now in Colorado for him. 6:36 right now. Take a peek outside our window at the downtown skyline. Nice shot there. What's the Monday forecast, John?
Well, a little bit of rainfall along the coastline this morning. I've checked the rain box on our drive time forecast. As you head out to work, there's a slight chance of a shower, some light passing rainfall along the coastline, but a better chance of thunderstorms as you head into the evening drive time forecast. Then we can use the rainfall. We do have still moderate rain, moderate fire chances for both Charlotte, Manatee, and Hardee County and Sarasota counties. The onshore wind flow will bring in some red tide toxins at a few locations. Some area beaches still showing some low concentrations, so watch for that. We'll be updating these figures for the noon show today. Your complete forecast coming up in a sec.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
When ABC 7 declares a First Alert Weather Day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a First Alert Weather Day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A First Alert Weather Day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC 7 First Alert Weather, we're here for you.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Meteorologist John Scalzi.
76 the air temperature, dew point value coming in at 74. We have some clear sky and some cloud cover out there right now. We even have some rainfall nearer the coast. A rain chance of about 20% through the 9 o'clock hour, then steadily increasing up to about 40% as we get into noon. By noon, we could even see a few thunderstorms over land this morning. And then as we head into the afternoon, I think the rain chances continue to go up, but the focus will be more in inland areas as that sea breeze begins to push inland. As we head into the evening, a few of the showers build back toward the coast. Here's the future cast. Put it into motion. You'll watch those showers near the coast kind of travel inland a little bit. And so by the time we get to the afternoon, most of the rain is located in inland locations. Then as we head into the evening, a few of them kind of build back toward the coastline once again. And so as we head into the later evening and the daytime heating starts to fade away, we'll start to see everything kind of wind down, and I think we'll probably have a pretty quiet overnight. Tomorrow morning, we'll probably do it all over again, though, and this is a pattern that will repeat itself for the next several days. A couple pops of lightning have been seen on our radar detection network in Gulf waters through the morning hours, and the gradual trend has been for those pops of lightning to get a little bit closer to the coastline. So watch for that, and while widespread lightning is not probably in the forecast for the next 4 or 5 hours, certainly some isolated pops of lightning are. We've got some showers in progress now, anywhere from Sarasota down to Inglewood along the coastline. So watch for that. A few showers building inland around Northport right now as well. Light stuff for the most part. And then to the north, we're seeing some showers occurring as well. But the heaviest of the stuff around Venice and Osprey along the coastline. And then to the north, we're seeing some pops of rainfall, scattered showers here and there across northern Manatee County and also Cortez, and anywhere from Longboat Key on up through Anna Maria, seeing a little bit of light to moderate rainfall in places. High pressure out in the Atlantic brings us a southerly flow of air, switching a little bit more southwesterly, favoring the other coast with the heaviest of the rainfall over the next several days. The showers are pushed inland, but we have a good chance of rain today, as you just saw. Storms move inland, and then lower rain chances over the weekend. That's because redder is wetter on this particular graphic, and it shows the amount of moisture available in the atmosphere to produce rain, and the very humid conditions across our region now leading to those good rain chances starts to get chipped away by a little bit of dry air moving its way closer to us as we head into the weekend. That should reduce our rain chances to more typical values. Also, taking a look at the long-term forecast, we're not seeing a whole lot of activity in the Gulf waters, the near Atlantic, the Caribbean. Everything looks pretty quiet right straight through next week in terms of any kind of tropical activity. So that's nice. South wind coming in at about 10 knots today. Light chop. You'll be dodging a few showers out there and a thunderstorm or two possibly as well. 60% chance of showers today. Tomorrow, the day after. Rain chances are good, higher than normal actually for the next several days. First along the coast, then inland in the afternoon, then a few of them building back toward the coastline as we head into the last half of the day. Then as we head into Thursday and Friday, maybe some drier air starts to sneak in, and I think over the weekend we'll be able to reduce our rain chances just a little bit. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks so much, John. Let's take a look outside and check out that traffic. We have some breaking news that we've been following for you. Speaking of all that traffic, Florida Highway Patrol troopers, they are investigating a deadly crash that involved a few cars right there on 75 in Sarasota County. Happened about 5 a.m. this morning in the northbound lanes between Kings Highway and Toledo Blade Road, which are exits 170 and 179. As you can see from the purple on the map right there, that means all those northbound lanes are shut down in that area. Traffic is being detoured off of the interstate at Kings Highway. You can then take Kings Highway to US 41 North and then take an alternate route from there. That is your first alert traffic this morning.
In Health Smart, a Colorado man who recently returned from the Congo is being tested for the Ebola virus. The patient is currently in isolation. Doctors say he became very sick days after getting home from Central Africa. Test results could come back as early as today. They say there is no threat to the public. New this morning, Primo and Fresh Grab turkey and Swiss sub sandwiches are being recalled in 11 states, including Florida, due to concerns of listeria. La Prairie Foods is voluntarily recalling the sandwiches after its test returned positive results for the potential contamination. No reports of any customer illnesses. If you have any of these subs, throw them out or return them to the place of purchase for a refund. Crews will break ground today on a new cancer care facility in Lakewood Ranch. It's going up near State Road 70. The new center will allow cancer patients to get all sorts of treatments and services, including chemotherapy, doctor's visits, and lab work, all under one roof.
In consumer news, a shocking revelation from the TSA this morning. U.S. Americans not suspected of crimes are still being tracked. The secret program is known as Quiet Skies, and it's existed since 2010. Officials use information from intelligence agencies, then decide who federal air marshals should target. Now, the marshals then observe people for some behavioral cues that have been previously linked with terrorists. But officials won't say if this secret program has actually deterred any possible terror plots.
Income inequality isn't a new issue. A new study says it's a bigger concern locally than you might have realized. New figures released put the state at #2 in income inequality, behind only New York. The average income for the bottom 99% in the Northport, Sarasota, and Bradenton area is around $42,000. Now, while it is somewhat higher than the state average, it doesn't come close to the average of the top 1%, which stands at nearly $2 million.
If you've been bringing your dog grocery shopping with you, sticking him in your shopping cart and trying to pass him off as a service animal, here's a heads up. Publix is cracking down, posting new signs at stores saying that only service animals trained to help those with disabilities are allowed in the store. And no, even service animals are not allowed to sit or ride in the shopping carts, because that's where our food goes.
Oh, yeah.
Publix is one of the many store and restaurant chains that are cracking down on fake service dogs being in their businesses. In entertainment news, the latest installment of Mission Impossible has a great opening weekend, and actress Octavia Spencer gets an interesting new role.
Christopher Watson has our showbiz wrap.
Accept it, Ethan. You've lost this one. What's done is done.
Mission Impossible Fallout takes the box office top spot with the biggest opening in the franchise's history. $61.5 million domestically and $153.5 million globally. It's also starred Tom Cruise's second biggest career opening after War of the Worlds in 2005. Big drops for last week's #1 and 2 movies. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again holds second, and The Equalizer 2 falls from first to third, but losing 57% and 61% of their business, respectively.
Welcome to Walk the 16, madam.
Hidden Figures star Octavia Spencer will play another real-life pioneer in Madam C.J. Walker, a new Netflix series about America's first black self-made female millionaire. Spencer will also co-executive produce with NBA star LeBron James. Arnold Schwarzenegger has a birthday Monday. He turned 71. And Dark Knight trilogy director Christopher Nolan turns 48. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Christopher Watson, ABC News.
Amazing moment captured on camera. Check this out. Captain Kenny Lewis of Panhandle Charters took this video over the weekend of a whale shark a little over 3 miles southeast off the coast of Pensacola Pass. Now, whale sharks, they don't obviously pose a threat to people. They are plankton eaters, but they are huge, though. Now, this sighting comes just weeks after a whale shark was spotted swimming closer to the Suncoast off of Big Pass. And then in June, 5 other whale sharks were also spotted by boaters off of Anna Maria Island. Moat Marine Lab says that while the sightings are pretty rare, your best chance right now is to spot a whale shark in the Gulf.
And some Florida firefighters went above and beyond this weekend. Look at this. Members of the Deerfield Beach Fire Department rescued 3 newly hatched sea turtles that were trapped in a storm drain. Turtles tried to crawl toward the water. A good Samaritan noticed the turtles in a graded storm drain across the street from the shore. Firefighters then collected the wayward hatchlings in that bucket and returned them to the ocean. Turtle nesting season usually lasts from May to October.
Oh, some sad news this morning. After nearly 40 years of making waves, this little guy right here, Twiggy the water skiing squirrel, hanging up those tiny little Barbie-sized water skis. She made her first appearance, or final appearance, I should say, at the X Games in Minneapolis over the weekend. Now, over the years, there have actually been 8 Twiggies who put on thousands of shows and made cameos in movies like Dodgeball and Anchorman. Oh, and we actually got to meet this version of Twiggy at the Sarasota Boat Show a couple months ago, actually. It was pretty cool. So long, Twiggy, and thanks for all the great memories.
You met a squirrel. That is nuts. All right, sorry, folks. 6:50 right now. Up next, we'll update the day's top 7 news headlines before 7 a.m.
I'm going to walk around and think about this for a while. We also got a first look at your weather, traffic as you get ready for the day. But first now, here's a look from our tower cam. Beautiful morning out there. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast right here on ABC 7.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small, so Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
It's hard to see when you're outside at night. It's time for the Atomic Beam Sunblast, the new solar-powered light that's super bright. Atomic Beam Sunblast lets you add a light anywhere, and the atomic solar panels charge the built-in lithium-ion battery quickly. Then the 180-degree motion sensor turns on the light when you get near and automatically turns off when you disappear. Look, here's a best-selling outdoor solar light. And here's the Super Bright Atomic Beam Sunblast. Get the Super Bright Atomic Beam Sunblast for only $19.99. But wait, call right now and you can double your order and get a second Sunblast, plus our best-selling Atomic Beam flashlight. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Atomic Beam Sunblasts and the Atomic Beam flashlight. Call now.
Call 1-800-431-6640. That's 1-800-431-6640. Or visit mysunblast.com. So call 1-800-431-6640. Order now.
Before 7.
First off, John Scalzi's first alert forecast.
So over the course of the next several days, we're going to have above average rainfall chances. That's for certain. And chances for everyone near the coast as well as inland. Calm in the tropics for the next 5 days and perhaps a drier weekend in store for you. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Traffic, the big news this morning, folks. Look at this. I-75 northbound is closed due to a fatal accident around the Kings Highway area. If you're coming from Charlotte County, you want to take US 41. If you're heading southbound on 75, expect congestion around this particular area again between exits 170 and 179. Complete details coming up on ABC7 and on mysuncoast.com.
Number 3, police are investigating the death of a woman inside her Sarasota home over the weekend.
Number 4, President Trump will hold a rally in Tampa tomorrow for Congressman Ron DeSantis, who is running for governor. The president will be at the Florida State Fairgrounds in Tampa at 7 p.m. You can register for passes on our website at mysuncoast.com.
Number 5, today is the last day to register to vote or change your party affiliation before the state's August primary election. Now, these results could shape the November elections.
Number 6, Publix cracking down on dogs inside their stores. They've posted new signs that say only registered service animals to help those with disabilities are allowed in the grocery store.
Oh, and number 7, how the heck did this happen? Here's one that is blowing the minds of marine biologists right now. The first of its kind species, half whale and half dolphin. It's been spotted off the coast of Kauai, just out in Hawaii. So many questions about this one. It's the offspring they found. They were even able to do a biopsy and confirm that it is these two elements. It's half melon-headed whale and half rough-toothed dolphin. Now, so far, there's no names, but here's my ideas, you guys.
Okay.
Wolfen, Wolfen, or Dwale?
How about porpoise?
It's not porpoise, it's dolphin.
Ah, that's true.
Did you say porpoise?
I did.
They don't look that different, do they?
They don't, but like when you see them like out of the water, they're a little bit different. They've got different mouths and everything like that.
Is that right?
Right, when they smile. I've got those pictures.
Love this expert.
What happens in Hawaii stays in Hawaii.
Right? Right?
Gosh.
What?
Missing out the fun.
For anyone.
Monday, we'll see you at 7:25.